Why do light workers feel deeply alone? There have been so many people who've come to my events who've said, "Oh my gosh, it's incredible to know that I'm not alone in this. I thought I was the only one." And so part of what's going on for light workers feeling alone really does relate again to the persecution imprint, because essentially, because they've been persecuted, tortured, had all these awful things happen to them when they shined their light, when they shared their truth, when they lived their truth, they've learned to hide. So a lot of light workers are hiding in the closet. A lot of light workers have visibility blocks. A lot of light workers have taken a vow, don't let them see who you are, what you are. In a way, they've become invisible, or they've become a chameleon. So people don't see who they are. And that's a really good way to feel lonely, right? How are you going to connect with people like you if you don't let anyone see who you are? If you pretend to be a type of person you're not, you're going to be fitting in the best you can in certain circles where you might not really fit, whether those are professional circles or personal circles or various communities. So for very many of us, part of finding our tribe, part of finding the beautiful souls we most connect with is that we have to show people who we are. We have to let ourselves be visible. And so many light workers are hiding. And also there's different types of hiding, meaning there are light workers who know, well, this is who I really am inside, and it's not safe to show that, so I'm going to hide it. There's also another variety of light workers. They don't even know that that's their true shape inside, whether we would call that hiding from themselves or just they've buried their truth and their light so deeply because it's not safe to shine their truth and light outward. They've buried it so deeply that they've been disconnected from the truth of who they really are. Again, they're not putting out then a clear signal of here's my vibration, here's my signal, which will automatically help them gravitate towards those they would feel most connected with. So they're instead just kind of floating around and fitting into places where it's not really their people. This can create a lot of feelings of loneliness at a social level, and then also ultimately that disconnection from ourself, that hiding of ourself, even irrespective of the social implication of that, that in itself is probably the single greatest cause of feelings of loneliness to begin with. There's all sorts of things that we can use to protect ourselves on one level or another. My strong preference is to become clear enough so that we don't actually need protection. In my worldview, if we are totally clear, if we don't have a karmic imprint for being attacked, if we don't have a karmic imprint that something in the collective is going to come into our field and cause us suffering, or some dark being is going to come in our field and cause us suffering. If we don't have karmic imprints for that, then that's not going to present in our field, in our reality. What's going to present in our field in reality is a true and perfect outpicturing of our soul's light without distortion. And in that case, none of these bad things are happening and we don't really need protection at all. So that said, though, starting from where we are today and on that journey of total healing and getting to total clarity, there could be moments where it would be wise to turn to some of these other types of protection. It's not an area that I specialize in because I'm really focused on what I would say is the first best thing, which is becoming totally clear so that you don't need protection. But in the meantime, there are many, many resources out there in terms of finding protection.